In that change from revenue to profitability, what would you say are the three main KPIs that investors are checking right now about profitability? Is there any specific KPI that they are very looking to when they working with you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm in the SaaS space, so I'm going to ignore ARR when it comes to like high level metrics, just because that if there was a golden metric for SaaS, I mean that's what it is, right? Everything the underpinnings center around ARR, but I think you know net revenue retention has a high focus right now as you look at assessing companies, and so making sure that's nice and fair and strong. I had a conversation with an investor the other day, former relationship when I was a CFO of a different company, and they had mentioned like even if your rule of 40 right now is somewhat on the low side, if you have a really strong net revenue retention, that can actually even surpass some of those discounts that they would have effectively put on your company, just because it's you know we're seeing a push towards profitability. We're also seeing an increase in terms of CAC, right? CAC is growing right now, which is scary, and so that land and expand model with your existing customer base is far more efficient way to grow. And it's a big focus for investors. I'd say the other two, it depends on your company size and stage, but and I think in the seed series to series B, probably looking at basically effective runway. So all things the same, what is your cash over your current burn? What does that actually look like? How long could you stretch the business? Or it could be profit recapture. If you have a very tried and true model where you have a lot of confidence, it could be a profit recapture period, which is even better. But also, I would go back to that. What is your effective runway? To that point, I think it was Peter Walker. I think he leads insights over at Carta. Published some data the other day where he mentioned that seed round to A, the gap, that the timing between seed and A round, in the last few months is now the average timeline is now exceeded 2 years, which for that stage is kind of scary, to be honest. I think historically back in 21, it was around 1 year. And even A to B round has increased a year in just the last 9 months in terms of the timeline between those rounds. A little less so in the B to C rounds, but I think that just points to the fact that effective runway is a really important metric, or whatever your profit recapture period looks like as well. So. And then the third one I just mentioned would just be like, it'd be some type of efficiency metric in terms of burn multiple, rule of 40, magic number, just something where you're not just encapsulating top line revenue or ARR growth, but you're looking at a holistic approach of, as I would say, being living here in Utah, not getting over your skis, right? Making sure that you're actually running a cash flowing operating business, and you're not over investing in your growth part of your business. So